Earlier, we caught up with Jenna, the first Survivor 50 castaway to be voted off, but she wasn't the only one who went home.
That's right. In our second TMS Torch Talk this morning, we catch up with a former winner who lost his chance to win again.
Is that what it is? That if this doesn't get treated immediately, then I'm done for?
Your Achilles tendon, the tendon ends need to be together to heal, and you need to be wearing a special boot for that. And without that, you do risk long-term damage, which could be permanent.
Living out here and not putting enough care into it right now could be irreparable moving forward. So I'm getting pulled.
An Achilles heel injury forcing Kyle out of the game as he becomes the second player to leave Survivor 50. And Kyle joins us now in a Canadian broadcast exclusive. Kyle, welcome back to TMS. Now, last time you were on the show, slightly better circumstances. So we got to ask, how are you feeling and what exactly happened during the challenge?
Yeah, it was a tough one. I'm doing well now. I'm about 8 months out of the Achilles injury, so I had to come back. I got surgery, and then I started the physical therapy process. It takes some time. I started running about a month ago. During the challenge, what you're actually seeing on the screen right now, that's my second attempt. I actually had gotten up the wall the first time and started pulling people up, and then I had to go back down to help out a castmate who was also doing some heavy lifting at the bottom, so he was gassed. And then I had a second and a third attempt, and I actually tore my Achilles on that third attempt. And the doctors essentially said it was from putting my foot into that wall back to back to back, especially now that it was covered in mud.
Well, listen, it was a heartbreaking moment, to say the least. And we just showed the clip there of you telling the tribe all about it. And nobody holding back tears when you delivered that news. Obviously, you formed a lot of strong bonds, even in the short time that you were there. So tell us a bit more, if you could, about how the tribe reacted to this news.
Yeah, it's tough. Survivor is a game where you don't really know who's with you when you're playing it. And so you're building these incredible bonds on this island, and they move in light speed, like Angelina said. But because you're in the game and if you're playing for $1 million, you don't know if it's real or not. But in that moment, seeing everyone, I could tell it was real. And that meant a lot to me, because that's the type of game I play. I play with my heart. I play by building connections with people I talked about in the show. And it was really validating and reassuring to see that it meant something. It was 4 days, but it still meant a lot to those people.
Well, speaking of strong bonds, you won your first season with Canadian Camilla by your side. This season, you formed a connection with Winnipeg's Genevieve. What is it about Canadians you like so much, Kyle?
Yeah, I love my friends up north. I spent some time in the Midwest, so I wasn't too far off from you guys when I was in Michigan. But Camilla and Genevieve are just two special types of players, both incredibly intelligent women, complemented my game in so many different ways. And I feel like I was able to complement them, and we were able to propel each other forward in the game. I just gravitated to them so much. They're just so welcoming and lovely human beings. And, just trying to build that narrative of togetherness on this American continent right now.
We need it.
Yes,
good job.
Absolutely. You ask, what do you like about Canadians? I say, what isn't there to like about Canadians?
Literally.
Kyle, sorry to see you go, but thank you so much for joining us here this morning on TMS Torch Talk.
Yeah, it was a pleasure seeing you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
And Survivor airs Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on Global and Stack TV. Next week, Parvati Shallow will join us on TMS Winter Wednesdays ahead of the show. And the eliminated Survivor 50 castaway will come on our show on Fridays.
You bet. All right.